I just got back from a 3-week vacation in Japan with more than 265 gigabytes worth of travel clips. I used to get overwhelmed by just the idea of having to go through them and sort them into a short and cohesive story in a single travel video, but not anymore. I've been doing this for 13 years, and in these 13 years I've developed a few techniques that get me from a pile of random clips into a done project. Let me share that with you. Let's go through my Japan project together, and I'll rate each technique with how fun and creative it is to do. Let's dive in. During the trip, I can relax and shoot video clips without thinking about doing it too much, because I rely on my creativity framework that I shared with you in the previous video about travel videos. I've linked to it at the end of this video so you can check it out later, but it's all about prioritizing being in the moment, because the creativity part comes later when you come home and when you start putting the video together. First step is to get organized. Pick a device that you're going to do the edit on. For example, I do it on my computer. I transfer the video files from my phone. Maybe I took a few clips from my camera as well. I gather all my friends' footage as well. Those are the real gold. And transfer them to the computer, but also immediately delete them off your phone. Your phone storage will be so thankful. Next up, one of my favorite, most fun parts is choosing the song. The song is crucial because it's the bed in which your edit lives. So you can think about your video as a music video, and you're borrowing somebody else's music, but you're filling it up with your own visuals. The song also helps you stay in that frame. So for example, if you don't want your video to be too long, and there's always a danger that it takes too long because you want to include all the little fun moments, but it helps you to stay strict. Hey, I only have 3.5 minutes, or however your song is long, and then you are kind of forced by this creative constraint to select smaller clips and put them inside the timeline. The music also sets the tone of the whole video, so choose something that's upbeat. The lyrics should be vaguely matching the content of your travels. So for example, it can be a song about going to the beach if it was a beach holiday, and then the beat and the lyrics are your elements that you're matching to things that are happening on screen. That's where the creativity spark happens. One thing to be mindful about when you're choosing music is think about where that video will live. So if you choose commercial copyrighted music, you can't really put it on YouTube because it will be blocked. You can put it on YouTube as unlisted, and then it's not surfaced to YouTube users unless they have a link. Basically, that's the route that I usually go with. I still put it on YouTube to have it somewhere to live that I can easily share with my friends and family. Hey, here's a link, you can watch it, but it's not discoverable on YouTube. The other route that you can go with is Instagram or TikTok Reels that have paid this copyright inside, so you can put so if you make a reel, you can choose the music within Instagram itself. That also works, but then you have different creative constraints there. Now we finally come to the place where you're putting things onto the timeline. The best way to learn how to do this is actually just dive in and start doing it. It might be intimidating in the beginning, but trust the process and you'll get the hang of it much sooner than you think. Do keep a few pointers in mind while you're doing it. Less is more. You're always running the risk of making the video too long, so work with short, bursty, and dynamically changing shots. They will be more than enough to tell the story. Try to keep them as chronological as possible, but then when you get the hang of it, there might be a creative way where you can break this rule. Your end goal should be to be smart about the edit, meaning that you're open to all these little ideas of creativity that drop in while you're doing the edit. So don't expect that you'll plan ahead or that you will know before you start editing what these creativity parts should be. These things are like inspiration. They come to you while you're doing it, but they don't come to you if you're just sitting on the couch waiting for inspiration to hit. Do you know what I mean? Once I have all my clips on the timeline, I'm often very excited and I want to hit publish right away. But there's actually a step called color grading that you need to go through. Color grading is just a fancy way of saying you need to match all the contrast, all the colors of all the clips, because some of these clips might have been taken with different devices that take these shots a little bit differently. So your task here is just to align them so they look as similar as possible. Don't overthink too much. Color grading can be a rabbit hole on its own that you can dive into. I keep it very simple and just try to match the visual view of every clip. I treat it as a photo and I'm just editing that photo, and I try to match the visual vibe of each clip. And now we come to the point where you hit publish. I published mine on YouTube as unlisted, and I have one playlist where I put all my travel videos in chronological order. It really helps me to have everything in one place, so when I'm actually sharing things with my friends and family, I don't share links to individual videos, but I just share the link to the playlist, and the latest video is just on top, so it's much easier to share. Having this playlist as a singular collection where I collect all the travel videos really helps me stay consistent with them, because I don't want to let my collection down and skip making one travel video for this specific trip. It's a really nice way to build your kind of a photo album of all your travels. In the last step, when I'm uploading to YouTube, I like to think about the title and the thumbnail. This is not a mandatory step, but with the title, I just like to keep things very consistent. So I put the name of the place, so the country or the city that I've went to, and the year. While with the thumbnail, I'll share them all on the side right here. I like to see them as another opportunity to be creative. So again, combining consistency and creativity, I've come up with this way that I put the hero photo as the thumbnail, then I darken it a little bit, and then with my own handwriting, I write the name of the place and the year. The more proud you are of what you've created, the less likely you are to skip making them again for the next trip. Making your own travel videos is a very rewarding creative process that's totally worth diving into. It might be scary in the beginning, but trust yourself that you'll learn and that you'll get the hang of it. It's so rewarding at the end when you have one or two or more travel videos that you can come back to years and years later. As the next step, check out my creativity framework for during the trip, where you're staying present in the moment, but also remembering to record. Yes, it is possible. You can have both, and I explain it all in this video. Check it out.